Welcome everyone to another video from the Secrets of the Jedi Canon book. For those unfamiliar with this video series, here I break down an excerpt from the Secrets of the Jedi Canon book that came out a few years ago, which is basically written from Luke Skywalker's point of view, like a diary, where he wrote about almost everything, whether it be the different Jedi of the Republic or galactic events from before he was born. And once I finish this series, there are 4 more books that focus on the Sith, bounty hunters, Wookiees, and a new one, clones, that I'll get into next, so make sure to subscribe if that interests you at all. Let's get into it. Throughout the long history of Star Wars, fans have seen many different variations of lightsabers, whether it be the helicopter blades of the Inquisitors or Kylo Ren's crossguard hilt. Whenever a new design is introduced, it always gets the fans talking. Here's what Luke knows about lightsaber styles. The sheer number of Jedi active during the days of the Galactic Republic naturally resulted in countless variations of the lightsaber's basic design. Some of these modifications were merely aesthetic, while others enhanced the lightsaber's functionality in unique ways. While the traditional single-bladed lightsaber was the design most Jedi used, some preferred creative adaptations of this classic weapon. For double-bladed lightsabers, this long, staff-like weapon has a blade on both ends, and contains 2 kyber crystals and twice the amount of internal mechanisms. Some double-bladed lightsabers could be detached to create 2 individual weapons, while others, like those used by the Imperial Inquisitors, had blades that were designed to rotate freely around their hilts. Combining the power of a lightsaber and the range of a sidearm, this unique dual-purpose lightsaber blaster allowed its user, Ezra Bridger, to shift between blade and blaster, making it extremely versatile in combat. These more compact shuttle lightsabers were commonly used by Jedi of smaller stature, such as Master Yoda, but they were also occasionally used as dagger-like weapons by larger Jedi. With perpendicular vents to release additional energy, created by unusually powerful or damaged kyber crystals, this cross-shaped lightsaber, based on an ancient design, emits 2 shorter side blades from its hilt that not only protects the user's hand but also are deadly in battle. Although this may or may not touch on every single lightsaber hilt variation seen so far in canon, it does mention all of the most well-known ones, and there's something interesting to take from most of them. For starters, I found it interesting that the double-bladed lightsaber was essentially 2 hilts combined in pretty much every case, where it has 2 crystals and all of the mechanisms twice on each end, and yet, Luke only says that some can be detached into 2. He may have only been talking about easily detachable hilts, ones that were made to separate and be used as 2, like ventresses, but I would assume if both ends have the typical components, each and every one could be split in half and still work. As someone who grew up as a very big fan of Star Wars Rebels, Ezra's lightsaber blaster has always stood out to me because of how unique it is, its practicality, and how perfectly it represents him as a character. An orphan who grew up on the streets of Lothal, knowing how to use a blaster, and when he discovered his power in the Force and began training with Kanan, he didn't throw that past away. He found a weapon that included both his past and present in it. And then the shuttle blade. Luke doesn't say much about it, but it was interesting for me to learn that this is actually what Yoda uses. It's more than just a short lightsaber, but it's a more common and not unheard of design. Shuttle is also what Ahsoka used as her second lightsaber as a Jedi, her normal one and then a shorter one. But Luke makes no mention here of Jedi who dual-wielded with a shuttle blade, interestingly enough. Let me know what you think of this excerpt in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more videos breaking down this book. And remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.